Hey folks, Northmeister's Realm here, and this is Northmeister with news in the flash for January 30th, 2025. It's been a few days since we've been on. We'll have upcoming in March because I've got some surgery coming up. We'll have a few days without me as well. But we're going to continue to push forward, continue to try to improve our lighting and um, production of this one-man show. So we have some news that we like to bring to you. I'm sure you've heard about it, but a jet and a helicopter crashed over the Potomac River in Washington, D.C. You can see a bunch of YouTube videos on it and other videos elsewhere. It was a great tragedy. Why it happened, who knows at this point. I did watch President Trump's news conference, and the president seems to be leaning towards the direction that DEI hiring practices, specifically in relation to the FAA and air traffic controllers, might have been the problem, but he wasn't completely sure. On board, we know that there was no survivors. 64 were on board the plane itself, the jet, and three on board the helicopter, the military helicopter. Um, Ice skaters were on board that as well, including at least two Russians, the last time I heard, and the U.S. figure skating team. Many members, like 14 members of the U.S. figure skating team, were on that as well, which is a tragedy. Um, a confluence of bad decisions, President Trump said, led to this crash. You can hear the audio just before the crash between air traffic controllers and uh, the helicopter plane. Um, the helicopter, as the president has already stated, should have been able to maneuver out of the way. They were told to avoid at the last second or minute before the crash. Um, but yeah, they ended up crashing into the river. No one survived, and it is a tragedy. And our prayers go out to the families of all involved, and may this never happen again. I will say that the president's probably on the right track here in regards to DEI hiring. This should be a meritocracy, as he stated, and as I've stated in the past, where only the best and brightest are hired. You have to be qualified for the position. You're not hired based on your race, and you're not discriminated against because you happen to be of the wrong race. That's what's going on now, and from the other side. Uh, the next news item is Target's dropping its DEI programs. We're just talking about DEI and woke programs and the creatures. It's not making the money. When it comes right down to it, when it comes to companies, it's the bottom line, and it's certainly not doing anything for them. So I'm glad that they're doing that. Apparently, Biden and Blinken, um, Blinken was Biden's Secretary of State, uh, tried to assassinate Putin. At least this is what's being reported. And I believe it. I believe it. Uh, these some rhinos in the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, for whatever reason, is obsessed with Putin, obsessed with he's the enemy when he really isn't, and obsessed with this whole situation of supporting Zelensky, who's an idiot and who's killed. He's killed over 800,000 of his own citizens in the Ukraine, and we want to sit there and support him with billions of dollars, and God knows where that money's going. So that's happening there. The encounters at the Mexican border are way down. This is a result of over 350, I think, executive orders that the president has signed, many of which have dealt with the border. So that's a good news. And again, raids go continuing across the country. I think they're a good first step. I believe more troops are needed at the border to secure it, as we used to do in the past. 1,500 is certainly a good first step, much better than the past, but we need more than that. And then, in addition to this, we need and maybe they already have this plan, but a better way of rounding up everyone else and getting them out of the country systematically. Round them up first, place them in camps, and then process them, and then get them flown out over time. Get them off our streets. Um, Germany passed a migration restriction bill, but it only did it because the CDU, the Christian Democratic party over there in Germany, the one that after World War II helped make Germany into a great economic power. The party that unfortunately is the party of Angela Merkel, who let in all those migrants in 2015 and so on. Um, when which was treason against its own people and culture and heritage. But anyways, they sided with the AfD, which is the rising star in Germany, and the Populist Party there, a party I hope will win their elections eventually. But anyways, they sided with them and passed the bill, and Merkel's really mad. So she must come out of retirement because, you can't go against just the invasion of your country. Ridiculous. RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard and Patel are all facing confirmation hearings today. RFK Jr. for the second time. I watched his hearings the other day. He was brutally questioned by the Democratic side, often with foolish questions. Uh, One of the people that I used to respect, and I respect a lot less now, Bernie Sanders, questioning about onesies. I mean, it's just ridiculous. RFK Jr. They fear RFK Jr. because he will make a difference for your health. He'll fight for your health. They fear Tulsi Gabbard because they know that she will be a great person in her position and will make a difference. And the same thing with Patel. They don't want these people in there because they don't want to be called themselves, I think, in many cases. What RK should have asked many of the senators is, and this would have been contentious, is yes, Senator, and so you're making how many billions from the pharmaceutical industry? That's where it goes to. Follow the money. Um, Now Deepseek, which is a Chinese AI product, that costs a lot less money um, than the AI products over here in America are said to be costing, has rattled the AI world. So they really challenge us there. I think we should look into it. I don't think we're hearing everything about this story. I don't know whether to believe whether it's even real or not. But if it is, then we need to catch up and we need to surpass what they're doing. And we certainly need to be guarded against them using that here and using our stuff. Now, there is a facility in Guantanamo Bay that's being prepared for over 30,000 illegals. Again, that's a good step in the right direction. We need more camps and military zones across the country in order to round these people up. If there's over 30 million plus, you're going to need a lot of camps. Round them up first, and then process them, and then ship them out whatever way you can, as fast as you can, back to where they belong. Uh, uh, Egg prices are also continuing to soar across the country. So inflation's still with us. I noticed it the other day when I went out to shop. It's ridiculous what the prices are. I've noticed that it's one of the constants throughout my life is that you know as a kid you think that the prices will always stay the same. The cost for a soda or loaf of bread or milk or whatever. They don't. It's constant inflation no matter what. But lately it's been just terrible. And there's actually two reasons for it. One of them people are not really talking about anymore was all those container ships that were off the west coast uh, a couple years ago. I think it's the last time they reported it. That had to cause inflation, along with some of the spending. I don't think it was really just all the spending. They blame it on spending, but it was mostly the container ships and the chain of supply. The supply chain. They need the supply chain here in America again, like we used to have. And they could achieve that with Trump's tariffs. And they need to bring these prices down. We need to have a better dollar. How they do that, I don't know. I think Trump's the one to do it. And some odd news today, help sign appears on Google Maps. You can go to YouTube and just look up help sign, and you'll find a video on it. There's many videos, and you'll find coordinates. There's really eerie. It says help. It mentions the federal government. It mentions uh, trafficking. So it's really weird. Just right where it ends up, and it's just odd, and you should really check it out. Drones are reappearing in the Northeast. Now, President Trump has come out with a statement that he looked into the situation and they have been approved by the FAA. That doesn't tell us much, but who are they? Why? We need to know these things. And I think Chinese scientists have been able to take two dads and create uh, a brand new mouse. So that's an interesting news as well. So some odd stuff there. at the end. All right, so that's news in a flash for today. Again, it's January 30th, 2025. Um, good to talk to you again. We will be bringing you more programs in the future. Just stay tuned, and you have a great day, folks.